All right. Well, I'll give it a couple minutes for someone to show up. And local. I bought this local. It popped up on Craigslist, and and it was so like dirt cheap. I couldn't pass it up. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make plenty of money to buy this today since I worked a double shift, and that's why this stream won't be very long because I am dog tired and hungry. I've been at work since I left the house to go to work at 9 o'clock this morning, and it is now 9:25 so p.m. and I have not eaten since breakfast, and I'm tired. So this will be a short stream, but yeah, I picked up a printer for $70, man. I figured even if this thing is complete junk, the parts alone should be worth $70. It is. It's. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, but I can't go watch it without my wife. It isn't. It's a clone of an ANET A8. It's not even an ANET A8. It is a lunar A8. So it's not even an ANET A8. It's a clone of an ANET A8. It was a kid selling it, literally. He got a new printer for his high school graduation gift, and so he was getting rid of this one. And so I met him after I got off work, and over in Antioch, Tennessee. I met him and gave him $70 cash for it, and loaded it up in my truck and brought it home. So I have not plugged this thing in. I don't even know if it will power on yet. I literally just set it on the table, scooted the table around behind the camera, and turned it on. And turned on the stream. It is 220 by 220 by 230 build volume. So if it works, it'll be considerably larger than the X1. Mad Mike, what's going on, man? So yeah, I don't know if this thing's going to work. I don't know anything about it other than I got it cheap, extremely cheap. So I bought it and brought it home. James, what's going on, man? Well, I was hoping, some people would pop in here because I'm probably, I guess, kind of going to need y'all to help me out here with this thing. As far as if I should risk turning it in or turning it on without going through, or should I go through some stuff first? Yeah, it is. It is almost an ANET, James. That's exactly what it is. It's a clone of an ANET A8 by a company I've never heard of, A-Lunar. I don't know. It was $70. I figured, parts alone, just the steppers and the smooth rods and the threaded rods and stuff were worth that. So you guys think I should plug it in and turn it on then? All right, let's do this together. Light came on the board. Lights are on the power supply. The screen is on. No sparks and no smoke. Yeah, he hasn't even removed most of the paper from the acrylic. There is still the stickers all over the acrylic. Well, let's find out. Oh, I don't like that. Make sure to touch the front of this because you can touch the board back there. Let's see here. The little clicky buttons are not the most responsive. Well, here goes nothing. I'm hitting home all. It homed. He has added a sheet of glass to it, or a piece of glass. There's a piece of glass on the build plate that he's literally taped on there with like shipping tape. Well, so far no sparks, no smoke, and it homed. That's where we're at. Now I have no idea how I'm going to get the old filament out because it looks like it's broke off down in the hole. Okay, start with a test print on tape. Don't fire up the heat bed until you review the wiring and power setup on the board. So I guess I should probably see if I can heat up the hot end and see if I can work my needle nose pliers down in there and grab that little bit of filament that's sticking up. Push it through with new filament. Or if I can grab that, should I pull it out if I can get a hold of it? All right, so let's see here. Let's go. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the second temp under extruder, because you go to the extruder menu and they've got bed temp and then temp. Okay. So James, you're still of the mind I should just push other filament against it and push it through? Take it up, what, about 200 C? I guess I'll get another roll of filament, because I don't trust the roll that he gave me. He gave me this little roll of filament, but he did not secure the end of it in any way. It doesn't look like. It looks like it was just, I mean, it's not like falling off the spool or anything. It's clear. And I may give it a go at some point, but I think I'm going to still waiting for it to heat up. And this thing heats slow. Even slower than the X1. But it says it's at 138, 139, 141, 148. But it's at least reading temperature. It's so thermistor's doing its job, and the hot end is heating up. John Mack, it is kind of an ANET A8. It is a clone of an ANET A8. We're still heating. We're at 173, 175, climbing. He printed a cool little circular cooling duct for it, but it seems like when he mounted it, he broke the side off of the turbo fan looking thing over here, the blower fan. Colin. Yeah, it's a Lunar A8. 220 by 220 by 230. Yeah, for 70 bucks, I was like, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, the worst that could happen is burn down my house. That'd be the absolute worst that could happen, but, you know, I'm not going to leave it unattended. All right, we're at 195, so I don't know what the material is that's in here. Let me see. It's transparent PLA. And it says 190 is its low range, so I should be able to push it through. I would think. Unless the hot end's clogged. Yeah, it's not budging when I push against it. And nothing's coming out of the nozzle. "3D Maker Kit," it is a Lunar A8, an ANET A8 clone. Let me see if I can get a... Nope, can't get it. It's too far in there. But if it's jammed, I may end up having to take the thing apart anyway. Oh, it's dripping some stuff from the down here on the ground, so it's clogged. It's not completely clogged. More's dripping off the bottom now. The nozzle. But I certainly can't seem to get it to feed in. Later, Shom. There's not enough to grab, James. It's like way down in there. Can I go to the menu and try to move the extruder? Like get the stepper to push it through? Or no? I have zero experience with the direct drive extruder. The heat fluctuates a little bit. It's never gotten up to the 200 that I set it to. It gets up, like right now it's 193, 195, but just a second ago it dropped all the way down to 188. Prepare, move axis. Maybe that's under position. Extruder position. One click equals 1 millimeter. Look, that kind of. Well, now it's got a hold of my filament, but it didn't seem to push any much out the end. But it's got a hold of my filament now. Which doing this while I'm extremely tired and hungry is probably not the best time to do it either. Oh, there we go. out the bottom now. Well. Just making a bunch of little clear balls. Hey, what's going on? Now with a direct drive extruder, is that what this? What is this? Is there a button or something that you need to push before you pull on it? Should get you guys a better look at that. Let me get it to bite my filament again. Oh, but it's not, it's just not getting up to temperature. I don't know if the, well, now it's climbing up a little bit, but it's never getting to the 200. Yeah, hold on. Cord up here. Get it to focus. I don't have any more length on my cable than that. So that little hole back there is where the filament goes in, and then there's this little screw here. And then you can see what I was telling you about on the side of this fan where he broke the housing off the fan. But he made this cool little semicircular cooling duct for it. Haven't dealt with one of those in person. I'm sure Walter's asleep, but I wondered if it's similar to his ANET A8, and he's very intimate with the operation of that. Which I know one thing, I'm going to have to tension the belts, because there's no tension on this belt hardly at all on the X carriage. Take you guys around and show you the board. Yeah, you can see how it's too bright. Oh, is the ANET A8 a Bowden tube? And this is using a ANET branded stepper motors. If I can get my camera around, show you. Get it to focus. But yeah, you can see he didn't take the paper off the acrylic. This belt is tensioned pretty well. The Y carriage. But yeah, the temps dropped down to 187. It just can't seem to stay up to temp. Get you guys back on top of the monitor for a minute. Chris Riley, what's going on? Yeah, $70, man. I couldn't pass it up. I just couldn't. And it, you know, this won't affect me, my funds for the CR10 at all or any of that. So I was like, $70. Even if it's complete junk and I haven't end up taking the thing apart for parts, it's worth $70. No, the hot end is sitting to the left of the bed. So when I have got it to push out these little beads, it just did so on the table. Yeah, they broke off the old filament inside the direct drive extruder, and I can't seem to get it to feed new filament in to push that out. Am I going to end up having to take this thing apart to get that out of there? It is a ANET A8 clone, but it's using actual ANET steppers. The steppers have ANET's logo on them, but the company's name on the printer is A-Lunar. No, the fan over here is on. The fan on the left is on and blowing fairly hard. And it's up to it got up to 201 and then dropped down to 194 almost instantly. No, I have not. Where am I going to find that at? Right there. And this looks like it's running Repetier. Yeah, moving the extruder, the motor goes, but nothing backs up, nothing comes out. Oh, I'm almost betting thermal runaway is not on. I would put money on it. Yeah, the blower fan is probably overpowering the hot end. Kind of like the on the X1, why I have to put my finger on the fan to get it to start printing. Unscrew the two screws. Take it off so you can see the cold end of the extruder. On the fan on the side or the Yeah, I can try sticking filament in and position. Extruder position. Which I can get it to feed my filament in so far. And then it just stops. It's not moving at all right now. It's not. It goes so far and then it just stops. On the side, it's hard to feed filaments in with heat sink and fan on the side. Okay, well, should I, before I disassemble that, should I power it off? Because it's got a hold of my filament now. It's got a hold of it, but it only went so far in. And just then from that point, the extruder, I could hear the motor turn, but it doesn't pull the filament. All right, so I don't believe there is a power switch on this thing. I think you just unplug it like the X1. Okay, it is unplugged. Let it cool off for a minute. Usually have PTFE liner in the barrel that is nowhere close to 2 millimeters. There's probably some rogue piece of filament in there. And reach the. Like I said, I don't know how much of this I'm going to do tonight because, well, I worked a 12-hour day and I haven't eaten since 10 o'clock this morning. Oh, I know. I worked already. I work at Crossroads from 11 a.m. to 2:15 p.m. and then work at the stage from 2:15 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. every Friday. 2 shows. That's why I'm hoarse right now. That's why my voice sounds like garbage. Seven hours of singing. All right. Well, so I guess I'll let it cool down a little bit, and we'll take it apart. Fix myself a sandwich. I don't have the stuff to make a sandwich. No bread in the house. None. I do have the last 2 nights' dinner leftovers in the fridge, and my wife and son are gone for the weekend. It's just me and the dog. Which I don't know where. Oh, there's the dog. He's sleeping at my feet. Would you guys hang out while I went to go throw something in the microwave real quick? I don't want to come back and everybody be gone. Go, oh, you left us. Because you know, as far as the staying awake thing, I can stay up for a while yet. Because I don't have to be at work till 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Me and the dog, my next chart topper. Yeah. Okay, man. I'm gonna run, stick some stuff in the microwave, and I'll be right back. So don't leave me. I need you guys. I have separation anxiety issues. Don't leave me. Okay, I'll be right back. Come here, you. Okay, got the food in the microwave. I went to get food and they abandoned me. It's like the old adage with country songs. You know, Daddy went out for a pack of cigarettes and never came back. No, I would never do that. I love my puppy. He's a little sissy dog, but I love him to death. He's so sweet. He's tired. He wants to go to bed. Everybody say hi to Joey. Joey says hi. Joey. Hashtag Joey the dog. It's a thing. Or we're trying to make it one. I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison. I'm turning in one of Walter's streams. He's not a poodle. He's a Bichon Frise. I'm not one of the Bichon owners that get all upset and sensitive over that, though. He's hypoallergenic. About the only thing on the planet that my wife isn't allergic to that has 4 legs. And I heard my microwave go off. I'll be back. Yeah, like I said, at this price, I just couldn't pass it up. $70. I mean, like that's only $10 more than a PlayStation game. And if I get it to print, even better. It's a long work day, but only promise to stay once. So, yeah, I've never disassembled anything. I've never disassembled a hot end before. This should be, let's call it interesting. Which I'm going to have to see if I've got, because I bet, I don't know, well, yeah. It looks like it's, I'm going to have to find my Allen wrench set. Either way's fine, Chris. Ricky Lee. Just don't call me late for supper. Whatever you prefer. Joey wants some leftover pork chop, don't you, buddy? Well, Daddy got it kind of hot. Here, cut you a small piece. You know, because I'm blowing on it, it's yours, right? Don't you? Come here. Come here. He said, I'm already sitting. Whenever he sees something that he wants, he always sits, because we have taught him to sit when he gets a treat. And so now anytime we got food, he'll come over and he'll sit. Very, very purposely. Oh, wow. Yeah, either way is fine, man. I'm good with either. Okay, you're gonna bug me now, aren't you? But I bet you haven't had anything special today, have you? Just your dry food. Oh, I heard my phone. I don't know where I laid it. It's close because I heard it. Right there. So yeah, my son is going to stay with my father-in-law for a little while, which my stepdaughter and her husband and my grandson live with my father-in-law. Kind of help take care of him. My wife just sent me a picture of, if I can get that to focus, my son and my grandson chilling together. So, Chris, I assume the video you're making is about the project? The secret project? Works for me, man. People that call me Ricky are more or less either childhood friends or people who know me through the music business. It's a secret, Mad Mike. It's a secret. You will find out about it when Chris is good and ready. Which I got to go back and fix it, and I hate it that you had some imperfections with it that were my fault after it taking so long to print. But I will go back and fix that file. Yeah, I saw that. 140 hours. That's crazy. It's insane. But I'm blown away that the hang printer has done that. amazing project. Joey, not every time I eat food is it your food too. Not every time. Okay, who am I kidding? Every time. We do give him table scraps, but we don't give him, like, unhealthy stuff. We figure meat and vegetables, that's in his dog food anyway. You will get more. Just chill. So far, you've ate as much of this as I have. I killed that Dr. Pepper. But I have more drink. Stopped at the gas station. Made sure I was stocked up on soda for tonight. Because I figured with this printer to mess with, I was going to be up late. Red light. What's going on? Welcome to the madness that is the $70 printer that I bought. At $70, I couldn't resist, because I made more than $70 today. So I was like, well, I'm just using part of today's money that I made and spending it. Didn't tell my wife about this one until after I'd already purchased it, because I was afraid the CFO would shoot me down on this one. Easier to ask forgiveness than it is to ask permission. Joey. Joey's like, I don't want to say hi. I want your food. I want your food, Dad. I want your food. Way off, Mad Mike, because Joey, chill. Because you have never seen this design. This design has not ever been shown publicly. And although it will go to Thingiverse after Chris releases his video. And I will try to fix it before I put it on Thingiverse, because Chris pointed out an imperfection that I did not notice on the screen. I guess I should have printed one out in a small scale myself before I sent it to you. And here. Quit bothering me for my food. And it's not a, full-scale truck or anything like that either. Although that would be insane. Hopefully there's not some massive flaw structurally and it just totally doesn't do its job. Because I know nothing about structural engineering or anything like that. I just was designing what I thought looked cool. But I thought about it later. I could have designed it with no supports. I could have. It would have changed the look quite a bit, but I thought about a way to do it. Well, I'll go in when I get a chance and open it up in Blender, and I will use the Measure It tool to check all those spots and see, because maybe it's not an inaccuracy in the file. I mean, it could be just something, going weird with the print while it's printing. I don't know. We'll see. Because I got to thinking about it and how I designed it. it all got moved together at the same time. It should have moved the same when it moved and scaled. We'll see. Joseph Elliott. I broke out the middle name. I broke out the middle name. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At that scale, it could have been something where you're, X or Y or whatever is just getting a little extra travel. We'll see. Oh, another bite. There you go. You're going to end up eating more of this food than I am. Oh, you were shoveling rocks today, Red Light. You weren't up in the crane? So yes, this, for those who have joined us late, is my $70 purchase. I bought it from a guy on Craigslist. He had posted it late last night, and I got home so late I didn't feel it was a good idea to text the guy at like midnight. So I waited till this morning at like 8 a.m. I texted him. I'm like, you still have the printer? If so, I want it. But the caveat is you need to be able to wait until I get off work at 6:30 this evening, and then I'll drive over to Antioch and meet you. So drove over to Antioch after I got off work. It was only about half an hour from downtown Nashville. Only problem was it was a half an hour further away from home. So it took me a little longer to get home this evening. You're going to bug me until I basically just give the whole thing to you, aren't you? When is Daddy going to get to eat? Or when are you going to get full? Him said full? That's a thing? I didn't know full was possible. And I'm almost done eating. And I'm sure that's probably done cooling off. I know this isn't exactly what I planned the live stream to be, is you guys sitting here watching me eat. I guess no different than sitting watching Walter drink coffee. Here, Joe. You're not going to rest until... so I'm going to take a couple more bites, and then I'll cut the rest up for you, okay? There's leftover pork chops from the other night dinner, and I cooked them in the cast iron skillet. There is nothing like cast iron cooking. Okay, Joe, there you go. Leave me alone. Yeah, well, I could do it with this hand because those have almost no feeling left in them anymore, like at all. It's all callous. If you shine, like if I hold them up in the sunlight and shine through at the right angle, it's weird looking because you see a big dip in where it's all callous and before you get to any actual meat in my fingers anymore. Okay, so question, where did I leave? Because I'm going to need it. And I believe this is the metric one. Yeah. Going to need that. And this. I need this. I need to get a camera that I can mount on like a tripod and set you guys over here. Then you could watch me screw this up close and personal. So I just assume I'm starting with taking off the fans. Like I said, this thing never prints apart. It's worth the $70 just in parts alone. So I should have put that down there. Waiting for one of you guys to scream, "Stop!" I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, I already took it off. So it's coming off whether it wants to. Well, that and this nifty little fan duct that he printed. Which, if that's the print quality I can expect when I get it printing, that's not bad. Because he said he printed that with this printer, so. Wow, those are very long screws. Bolts, whatever. This right there. Which I'm not too sure about this sheet of glass that he taped on here. I'm not a fan. That's a fan. See what he did there. Try not to break any wires because, as I've said before, me and soldering irons don't get along. Joey's downstairs wallering on the couch. He's doing what I call his happy dog waller. Because he got pork chop. Well, now he's crying about something. Joey, knock it off. Oh my. Okay. There's a lot more that came off of that than I was ready and expecting. A little heat sink came off with the fan. Oh, okay. Should this not be mounted to something? I can. What are you doing, Joseph? Okay. So, you can see there, that was as far as my filament as I was trying to push it in was going. It was just getting right to hob gear and stopping. But I'm not seeing any. I guess I'm seeing, okay, I can see it now. A little bit of the remnants of the old filament, right? This one, camera pointed right at it. Right there. Oh. All right. So you can see there what I disassembled. So now I can pull that out. So I don't know, maybe there wasn't enough tension on the spring. Print this to help guide the filament thing. Which, here, hold on, John. I made you a moderator, John Mack, so you can post a link on that. Chris, brother, thank you, man. I'll click that link there. Put this over here so I can see it and still see what I'm doing over here. That's like a hefty percentage of the printer's cost. Okay. print that filament guide, and that will help to guide the. So maybe that was part of my problem is the filament was getting to that point and wasn't going into the hole below. God, my hair's a mess. 7 hours of sweating on stage, though, so that's probably why. It's a good thing that scent doesn't carry over YouTube, because it's not good right now. It's not. I haven't fried chicken in my cast iron. Colin, let's try that. I love my cast iron skillet, though. I can cook a steak at home that's every bit as good, if not better, than most restaurant steaks. Poor Joey. Why is he poor? What's wrong with Joey? He's laying at my feet right now, content. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I've seen the stuff he sticks his nose in. This ain't bothering him. Default throat is 30 millimeters. The 40 millimeter works better. More throat to screw up. To extrude. Okay. So I may be needing to upgrade some stuff on this before I get it really printing, and some of that I may have to print on the X1. Well, I don't think you'd want to take the pay cut, Chris. Especially December through February. December through February, things get tight. Get really tight in Nashville. I don't like a lot of the stuff that's on country radio now. Beatbox. Yeah. We'll make our own band. You can do beatboxing like the guy on the Pentatonics guy. Yeah, it does seem like it has a long way to go between. I'm gonna have to see if I can get that camera closer. Hold on. I'll show you guys. See if my. Oh, there we go. I had a whole bunch of cord trapped underneath the computer, so I can get you guys over here now. So, should it be recessed that far into this block here? Because, I mean, it seems like it's quite a gap. I mean, see how far that goes down in there. I mean, it's hard to give you an accurate depth on that. And my camera doesn't want to focus on it. Yeah. So can I just loosen that and thread that further up in there? Loosen that nut right there. Thread that further up. Okay. All right, that's what we're going to try now. I'm going to move you guys back on top of the monitor. And I'm going to grab my wrenches. Hopefully I've got one that size. What the? Somebody has been in my toolkit that's not me, because there's a bunch of my wrenches missing. And it'll be my luck, it'll be one that I need is missing. There we go. No. How am I going to do that without twisting the wires all up? I guess I could take this off of there and then rotate the whole thing. Joey, no, Joey wouldn't leave the tools alone. They don't squeak. He only likes toys that squeak. Oh, okay. Well, that comes out. Okay. Well, what did that fall out of? That's never a good question to ask, right? What did that nut or what did that bolt fall out of? Was I seriously? Oh. It was in the bottom of there. Well, then what's that nut? Or did this just shear off? Okay, so this whole piece comes out of there. But as soon as I took it out, let's see if I can set that there for a second. As soon as I took it out, there was this little bolt fell out of the bottom of this. But I can't tell if that is this supposed to be a separate piece, or is that supposed to be one bolt that goes all the way through with a nut on the end to hold it, and just the head broke off and fell off just now. Thanks, Chris. Buffering really bad. Oh no. Not now. Not now. Like, is this supposed to be its own separate little screw that just fell out of here? Or is this just the head of this longer screw and it broke off? My stream health is in the orange. So it definitely could be on my end. That's a downside to not having put this together myself the first time. Just going to unthread this the rest of the way and take a look at it that way. So there's this. Get it on camera here. Should get to focus. There was this that was down in. Oh, dropped it. That was down in here, like so. And then this fell out of the bottom. This little short one fell out of the bottom here. Okay, so just being the holder for the spring, and then, okay, so this is just the holder for the spring up top here, and then this holds this to this bracket. So that is supposed to be 2 separate pieces. Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure. Okay, so I've screwed this in now so that it's a little bit above this block. I don't know if you... Because this was way down in the block. Should it be flush with it? Should it be above it? Okay. Oh yeah, it says my video output is low now. Crap. Okay. Later. Let me go see if there's anything over here that is chewing up the network right now. Close that. Close that. Close that. And that. Discord. Connect. Are you there, John Mac? Oh, wait, let me put you on speaker so I can actually hear you. Come on, phone. There we go. I got you on speaker now so I can hear you. All right.
So what happened? Pick off that piece?
So I took off this piece and I've screwed the I guess the throat further into the block. Should it be flush? Should it be a little bit past?
Preferably it should be a little past.
Okay.
But the fence round.
Okay. Well, we'll put it there and we'll worry about that in a minute.
Just get it to about flush.
Okay. So this goes in here like this. Right. All right, so we put this back in. Oh, wait. I gotta back that back off a little bit. Forgot it's got to go on the other side of this bracket. All right, so I got this back in that hole.
Once it's back together, maybe on the next one you could put that filament guide that would help sit between the hole and the extruded gear, and then from the extruded gear to the bottom hole, it'll help guide the filament so it don't poke around and just get stuck.
Okay.
And with that big aluminum block screw on that L-shaped metal,
Yeah.
should be good enough to cool the hot end, the cold end of the hot end. So you probably don't even need that big heat sink fan sitting there just until you get everything working.
Yeah, no, James, it doesn't work yet. But I think John Mack has helping me get there. I don't know if you guys can hear him talking to me on Discord right now. We're hanging out in the country club Discord.
Just when you tighten that nut on the front back to the L bracket.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's tight and good to get the screws. If you over tighten it up, they'll just snap off.
Get in there. No jokes about not being able to find the hole. Because that's exactly.
The screw hole just beside the road.
No, the screw hole on the bottom side of the block. Because this screw is what holds the block in place on this bracket.
Yeah, don't tighten the front yet. Just wait for the block back and forth until you feel the screw in the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Is that? I'm using my own camera to take a look at this real quick. If I can. If it will focus. 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 No. I gotta focus for me. All right. Fine.
I couldn't see anything anyway because I think I have to my computer or something because my computer just stopped working. But I tested the bandwidth on the computer and the iPad.
Well, no. My stream health is very poor right now, and I don't know why.
Somebody streaming something at your house?
No, I'm the only one home. Me and Joey. Just me and Joey. And Joey's not streaming, he's sleeping. But Joey, if you were streaming, we'd be rich. I'd have a streaming dog.
But your Discord is working great.
Yeah, I guess that's the only other thing drawing on the network at all right now. All right. Oh, cool. Okay. Got it.
Wonder if your computer's got a Windows update or something.
That's a good question.
Because it's getting close to midnight, maybe it's got it.
It might have. because it's still saying video output low. Brian C. Yes, I'm sorry. I was looking at the printer and paying attention to John Mack. But yes, well, it's kind of an ANET A8. It's an A Lunar
Yeah, I think that's the clone
A8. But I got it for $70. $70. So couldn't pass. Okay. Which I found my first slight issue. You see the crack in the acrylic right there?
video. It's still just really blurry and buffering every 2 seconds.
Oh. Is it buffering for everybody? I hope not.
There's a few people that say it connected to mine. I just see stuff on your face right now.
Yeah, it's a clone of a clone. But yeah, I've discovered a crack while working on this, and it was probably there because I didn't hear anything snap, crackle, pop. But you can see it's a crack in the acrylic right there.
Should be okay.
Just have to be careful with it.
You just have to be stable enough to print out those aluminum extrusion, and then you could make plastic AM8 just like Walter.
Right. Kind of laggy, but you can hear me. So we're dealing with a podcast with a video slideshow, or with a picture slideshow.
I guess the chat's still working.
Yeah, chat's still working. Yeah, I bet you're right, John Mack. I bet Windows is doing an update or something right now, because it is the quote unquote middle of the night. All right, so yeah, because that's raising that nozzle tip quite a bit, and I bet you're right. I bet they had it unscrewed that far because of the fan placement.
Yeah, I run the same power. That's why the 30 millimeter
But
not the 40 millimeter row.
I could reprint this same fan shroud and take the required distance out of it right there.
Yeah, you squish it down a bit.
Yeah, which I'm gonna have to do something about that anyway. I don't know. It's sounding like a duct tape to the rescue kind of thing.
But before you put the extruder motor back, I guess you can plug in the extruder motor, but just kind of set it on the side. You could probably try to just watch out for the cooling fan. Just put it somewhere your screwdriver don't hit it. Heat up the nozzle, and then you could try to push filament directly down the throat. If it extrudes properly, smoothly, as well as you could try the cooling down to 100 and pull back and see if it's able to feed and retract smoothly.
Okay. Because yeah, I've got the.
But the extruder motor could sit on the side if it's a plug-in. Okay. The cooling fan just have it sit somewhere because it's going to spin. That's because your screwdriver, I think, is going to break up a blade or something.
Because the extruder is completely disconnected from the unit right now. It's not even.
Okay. Yeah, so thermistor and heater back on the main.
Should I plug the extruder motor back in, even though it's sitting off to the side? Okay. Alrighty, let's see.
But you just want to heat it up so you can test the front and just to make sure you're able to push it, film it come out.
Okay. So plug the extruder in, set that off to the side. The fan, set it off to the side. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Discord right now for any country club folks. Which I may have to just stop the video because the video is not working.
If you have another phone, you can stream directly from the app.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm going to end the stream because it looks like the video part is broke down on it.
Yeah.
And we will pick this up. For those of y'all in the country club and in the country club Discord, you can continue to chat with me over there. Because I'm going to keep this going for a little while longer. I don't know for how much longer because I am dog tired.
Well, I guess you could just try to have fun.
Yeah, slideshow. Yeah, thanks, Brian Vines. Yeah, you can come over and join us in the Country Club Discord because that's where we're at now, continuing this. But yeah, I'm getting notifications on Streamlabs that it is dropping frames left and right. I guess, hold on. Let me see something. That's what I'm half a step ahead of you, John Mac. And yeah, Task Manager is even coming up slow, so I think the computer itself may be taxed at the moment. Yeah, CPU's at 100% usage. And it's Streamlabs. Something Streamlabs is doing is eating up all the CPU.
And you do just like what Chuck do, just get an iPad and always just stream from an iPad.
Yeah, I don't know what Streamlabs is doing that's eating up all the CPU.
Yeah, working fine earlier.
And now, okay, are we back to not being a slideshow? Are you guys still there? Because I'm not sure what I did. Did it kill the stream completely?
Let me go back and get I was getting a drink.
Because nobody's chatting. So I don't know if the stream died.
Still buffering on my end.
Still buffering.
Messages.
Yeah, it's 100% CPU for anybody who can see that.
Yep, I can see a facing.
And it's Streamlabs. It's eating it all. And Streamlabs is at 95.7% of CPU usage.
Okay, looks like it's better now. So
I don't know what Streamlabs is doing. See if there's...
not buffering for me.
Oh, now my phone's low battery. That's great.
You have a phone charger?
I do. I gotta go get it real quick. God. Could it be one of my widgets?
You could try to just add just your camera and see if it helps. I don't think it's a widget because there's nobody doing anything with widgets.
Let me go to the screen view where it's a smaller camera and see if it comes back. Like maybe it's not liking the camera. Let's see.
Can you expand the Streamlabs tree?
I'm sorry, what?
Expand Streamlabs tree to see which process underneath it is doing all the CPU.
Yeah, let me open Task Manager back up. I got you guys on screen share now, so camera back up here. We're supposed to be working on the printer. The computer is supposed to be fine.
Yep, your screen share.
And suddenly it's not eating up all the CPU anymore. But this process right here is what is the offending one.
Yep,
But why is there so many instances of it? Is it each a different process? They just call it the same thing under Task Manager?
yeah, when not my lab, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 process under.
Yeah, there's 5 Streamlabs OBS processes and 1, 2, 3, 4 CEF-Bootstrap underneath the Streamlabs tree there. But it seems like we got most of our, or some of our CPU back, so maybe, I don't know. Like I said, we're supposed to be fixing this.
Yeah,
Fixing
go
this.
back.
Okay. But let me get my phone on a charger before it dies. Okay, there's that. What did I do?
Oh, fine. Thing is Discord. Technical difficulty. Restart button.
I'm sorry, Joey. You don't like when I run back and forth to you. Okay. Phone charger. Okay. Phone is charging. Do I even want to look, Brian Vines? Do I even want to look? Because I'm sure it's... I tell you, I'm not thinking straight at this point. I just, like, exited Discord rather than going back to the...
It's still running.
Oh, yeah, it was still running, but I mean, I went back to the home screen rather than going to the general to look to see. Thanks, Brian Vines. Thanks. Are we still a slideshow, or is it working now that I moved the camera down and made it small?
It looked like it's slightly better.
Yeah, I see it just fine.
Faster.
Okay. So apparently it just doesn't like my face being big.
Or maybe there's too much movement for the camera.
Yeah, I am quite animated tonight. I don't know. Maybe it'll improve when I get more RAM. Who knows? Okay. So we are. Me and my big face. So.
I guess heat up the extruder and test it to see if it's really jammed.
So not having any fan pointing at it at all. I mean, and the heat sink being
Yeah, it's good enough.
off. We're okay. I'm not going to like.
Just from the aluminum and the big metal bracket.
I'm not going to set anything on fire.
No.
Okay. If I burn my house down, John Mack, I'm coming to live with you.
I got a quite a that actually just completely out the fan altogether. I got the fan on mine, but on the head when he still blowing in the heat sink.
Hey, I can get a hold of that filament now.
Yeah.
Oh, the game is afoot. Okay. So we're going to extruder. We're going to temp.
You could just go to quick settings and yell it.
I'm already cranking it up. Cranking it up. We'll go. Since it didn't want to. Actually, not having a fan, it probably will crank on up on it.
You know, doesn't really make that difference with the fan or without a fan.
Okay. Well, we're heating. 43 and rising. Yeah, my CPU usage is still spiking way up with Streamlabs. Why is Streamlabs using CPU like that? There's got to be something wrong. Setting the program, which Streamlabs forced me to update it before it started tonight, and I had no problem with it last time. Maybe something they did in the update is.
Could be.
Me and my big face. Brian Vines. I'm watching you, Brian Vines. With my big face. We're at 100C. But now that I can get a hold of that, I'm hoping I can just go ahead and pull it out.
Yeah.
And then I guess we unplug it again, we put it back together, and see if we can feed filament in.
You could feed filament, push filament through and see if it extrudes properly.
Oh, well, yeah.
But the nozzle should be able to keep about 180 without it fluctuating or dropping back down. If it's not hitting 180, it might be an issue. You can cartridge the resistor.
We're at 170 and climbing. It's not an A-net Brian Vines, it's a A-Lunar. It's a clone of a clone. You know what they say about that, right?
It's honest.
181, 182, 183. So even without the fan and heatsink, it should stop heating when it hits 200.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should be okay. Should. Cross some fingers. And I'll have to, research this Streamlabs eating up all the resources for some reason.
Yeah,
It's got a,
put the still 189 on.
it's got a funky smell to it. We're at 190. Should I try grabbing that filament and yanking it out of there?
Yeah, just try to see if you can push the filament in the hole.
Oh well, it just came right out. I didn't even have to yank. It just came out.
It just extruded fine out the other end.
No, I didn't know when I grabbed it with my pliers and it was loose. It just pulled right out.
Okay. Try to feed a new piece of filament in to get it extrude properly.
A little bit of smoke came out of the hot end when I did that.
Yeah, just from old filament.
And yeah, it's squirting right out of there now.
Okay. So you should be able to yank the filament back out, cool it back down, the SAM mode, or I guess before you put on the heat sink and fan, you should be able to feed the filament through the extruded nozzle and down the hole. So
Yeah, and it pushed when I pushed the new filament through, it pushed out a bunch of brown looking crap.
Yeah. That's whatever there was.
Okay, well I'm gonna unplug it again.
Yep. But before you screw the fan on,
Yeah.
feed the filament through the extruder and down the hole. Because after you put the fan back on, it'll be hard to align the filament and go down the hole.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I've never gotten any real smell out of the X1, but I'm getting smells out of this thing. And I'm guessing it's the old filament that's in there.
go to Pixfam and see what I do with my
Like poop out of a goose. Oh man. I'm tired because that was funny as hell. So I know that means I'm tired because oh, and Brian Vines is killing it with the emojis. He found a duck and an arrow and a poo. uh, yeah, I don't know because the filament he gave me is the clear PLA, and that's what all the parts that he's printed that are on the printer right now. This little filament guide thing, which actually kind of sucks, and the fan shroud thing that he printed are printed in that clear PLA.
Look in Pixfam and you'll see how I did my fan.
Okay.
I put a hinge on the fan. You can download it from Thingiverse. The heat sinks screw in the original position. So you could actually get some shorter screw instead of those huge long screw.
Mm-hmm.
So just have to hold the heat sink, go through the block, and into the motor.
Oh, okay.
And with the fan lifted up, you could actually shine a flashlight inside that hole at the center of the heat sink.
Mm-hmm.
You see the hole on that go down the throat. So when you're feeding filament, you could actually shine the flashlight and see the filament go down the hole, or see how you twist it to go down the hole.
Okay.
But eventually, if you print that new plastic piece, the filament should have nowhere to go but down.
Awesome. So are we still buffering on the live stream?
It's not buffering at the moment.
And there are 6 viewers.
Yep. And I think you're still looking at the phone on the.
Yeah. I just set the phone down and I'm waving. Hi. Oh, I am tired. It's been a long day. I don't know if I'll get this all finished tonight.
Well, as long as this thing might do it, just do a Becky or something. Well, I guess do the pure robot. That one is really quick. It's like 20, 30 minutes.
Which I haven't looked. He did not include an SD. Is it micro SD like
yeah,
like my X1? Okay, so I can just use the micro SD that I'm using with the X1.
It's right on the top of the bottom.
Yeah, I see the slot now. All right.
Yep, just see you waving.
All right. So let's see here.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah, there's a delay for sure.
I just sent you something from the FAQ on Streamlabs about jittering, the encoding.
Well, I think it's just processor.
Oh, so like I need to download a better video encoder.
No, it's how it encodes the stream.
Oh.
It's in settings.
Okay. I'll mess with that when I get a chance. Oh. Yeah, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this tonight. I'm sitting here and literally my eyes are crossing. It's been a long day.
Remember to unplug the printer before you blame me for burning down your house.
It's unplugged. It's unplugged, John Mac. But if you'd have burned it down that last time, I'm serious. My wife and my son and I would be knocking on your door. I could get your address from Walter.
Yep.
No, because I couldn't do my job, so I'd have to stay here. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it for the night and finish putting this thing together in the morning, because I can't even like see the screw holes right now.
Still, at least you know your nozzle is good.
Yeah, the nozzle is good. I think once I get this all put back together and maybe print a few upgrades for it, I may have to use the X1 to print the upgrades. We can try printing stuff with it soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this looks like a direct clone of ANET A8, and it's possible because it's using actual ANET steppers and stuff. It's possible ANET just manufactures this, and A Lunar slaps their name on it, just like the SaneSmart and the what's the other brand that just rebadges the Crealities?
SaneSmart.
Yeah, SaneSmart, and there's another one.
There's a bunch of them searching at AA.
Yeah, and so it's possible that ANET just makes this, and A Lunar slaps their name badge on it and sells it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I definitely think I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
Even before I've printed anything with it. But we'll get this thing put back together tomorrow. And maybe try to print something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, thank you guys. And John Mac, your information has been invaluable. And I will probably be leaning on you for more of it as this saga continues.
I am surrounded by free ANET AA.
Right. So I know you know the machine intimately. And by the time it's all said and done, I will too.
Yep.
But I can't complain at $70. I can't complain at $70. And who knows, maybe when I get my CR10, I can print a replacement piece for this cracked acrylic in front.
Yeah, just go with the plastic printer and smoother print than the acrylic print.
Yeah, I can turn this thing into a country boat.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys very much. And I'm going to get some sleep. Some much, much needed sleep. And I will get up in the morning with fresh eyes and put this thing back together, because I just can't do it tonight. I've been sitting here going, okay, I thought I was going to be able to stay up, but working a double, it takes it out of you. And but thank you guys for hanging. Thank you guys for helping. And I will mess with the encoder stuff on this as well and see if I can't get my stream